Hey friends, Kitty, and welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be how I edit my YouTube videos. I have my MacBook right here with me, and I'm going to be showing you how I edit my YouTube videos and everything, giving you a few tips about YouTube. Coming from a smaller YouTuber's perspective, I thought it'd be, I don't know, just like it'd be good advice, I felt like, and I'm really excited about this. This is a video I've been wanting to do for a little bit now, and I'm finally getting around to it, which I'm super excited about because this is just something I wanted to do, and I just think it's interesting because everyone edits their videos differently and stuff like that, so I thought it'd be interesting. And yeah, I don't want this to be a rambling intro. Let's just get right into it. Okay, so the first thing I just want to mention is I'm going to be showing you how to edit on a MacBook. So I'm going to be showing you how to edit through iMovie and stuff like that. So if you do have a PC, this might not be very helpful for you. I'm not going to be showing you how to edit on like any PC like program. So I'm going to be showing you how to edit on a MacBook, so you can have an iMac or a MacBook like I have. And I don't use Final Cut Pro, I just have it upgraded. And also I really like iMovie. I feel like you can replicate things that are in Final Cut Pro, whether if you download them or whatever, you know what I mean? Like you can download green screens and have the subscribe button fly in. You can literally download anything you would want from YouTube, and I'll talk about that in this video. And yeah, so I'm going to be showing you how to edit, and I'm also going to be showing you how to make your end card, how to make a channel banner, and stuff like that. So yeah, I just had to put that out there and everything. But you can edit literally on any device. You can edit using iMovie even on an iPhone or an iPad. So if you do have any Apple device, this video will be great for you because you can edit the same way I'm gonna edit. But if you do have like a PC, there's Adobe and there's also Windows Movie Maker. But I personally, when I knew I was gonna do YouTube, I got a MacBook because I was going to college that year and I was like, I'll start YouTube and stuff. I want to edit, so I got this baby. And I definitely think I would recommend getting a MacBook. I think iMovie is the easiest software to like edit off of. It's typically free in the iTunes store and stuff like that, and I just think iMovie is super easy to edit off. It's easy to learn how to edit off of. I definitely learned a lot of things from editing for my iMovie. I knew a little bit how to edit, but I didn't really know, and definitely my editing style has like changed as I've grown on YouTube. These past 3 years on YouTube, I've really learned how to edit even just better. Yeah, I'm always learning. And also I'm going to do a version of this on my vlog channel, so definitely be sure to check that out. I don't know when it's going to be up, but I'm going to do that very soon. And yeah, I'm going to also first just give you a few tips. If you don't want to see this video, I'll put a timestamp on the screen. You can skip to the next part, but I just thought I'd give a few tips. Just coming from somebody that started 3 years ago, I really needed tips when I started, and I just thought these would be helpful, and these are things I would tell my past self. So the first thing is to be happy with what you're doing. I've never made a video where I was unhappy and I didn't like the content I was making or just what I was doing. I've always loved what I was doing. I never put something out there that I didn't love, and I definitely think you shouldn't do the same. You should be happy with everything you put out there. Be happy with filming, and if you're not happy with it, don't do YouTube. I think it's just simple as that. But you know, some people think you can just make money overnight. I've never really made money from YouTube yet, just because my following obviously isn't big, so we're not making big bucks, but I've never really made like money from YouTube, so I think it takes a long time to get to that point. So you kind of just have to like love it and know that money will not be coming for a long time. And that goes with the same thing that I'm going to say next, and that is don't do it for the views, because you won't be happy in the long run. Don't do it for the views, because sometimes you might not get 100 or even 1,000 views on every video. Don't do it because you think you're gonna get a ton of views, become like YouTube famous, because honestly that's not even a thing. Like hardly any people become YouTube famous from YouTube. You know, you just have to always stay true to yourself, stay true to who you are. If you do make it big on YouTube, don't feel like you ditch everybody because you're just big on YouTube now. I think that you always have to stay true to yourself, stay true to what you truly believe, and don't ever change. Like some change is good, like evolving as a person is good, but evolving as a person in like a bad way is not so good. So yeah, just avoid that at all costs. Just stay true to yourself, make content you love, and do it because you love it. And once you don't love it anymore, feel like it's a chore, you're not like in a stuck contract. You can quit if you want to. I know you might not want to let people down that follow you, but if you're not truly into it and you feel like you're just not having fun with it, what's the point? And for me, I always wanted to do YouTube YouTube, I always knew that I would have a channel, and I just always wanted to make videos just because that was something I loved doing when I was younger, and editing and like making stuff was always my thing. Like I would make PowerPoints when I was in middle school and stuff like about people's lives. Like I'd be like, Selena Gomez PowerPoint. I would literally do that for fun. That just proves how cool I was in middle school. It was middle school though. I don't know, like I've always wanted to make videos, and I just felt like YouTube is the perfect hobby for me just because it's always what my heart has been in, if you know what I mean. Like video making has always been a thing, and I love every minute of it. And yeah, so now we're gonna get on to the editing portion of this video, which I'm super excited about. Okay, so you're about to make your first video, or maybe you've made a couple and you just want some freshen up tips of how to edit. So you're just about to make your channel and stuff like that, and so you need a channel banner to, like, obviously you want to brand yourself, you want your channel to look pretty. I'm just gonna say this right here right off the bat, is whenever I go past a channel where they have a profile picture but they don't have a banner, I'm always like, ugh, it's just so unappealing, and it wasn't appealing to me, it wasn't appealing to the eye. So I don't subscribe and I don't follow up with their channel because I just was unattractive with how they presented their channel. Channel banners are very important because it really just showcases something, and it shows you what the channel is going to be about. It just gives you, like, it's like a book. You're gonna have a pretty cover and you're not gonna have a dull cover. Like, you're gonna have something pretty and bright and colorful. You're gonna have something fun so that way people want to read. That goes with having a channel. So you're gonna go make your channel banner. Okay, so first what I'm going to be doing is going straight to YouTube, and I'm just going to Creator Studio, and then I'm going to be at this page where you can get like just the template to make your thumbnail. So you're going to want to click on that and just drag it to your screen. Then we're going to leave YouTube and go into PicMonkey, which is my favorite website. That and Canva are my favorite websites to use when I want to edit thumbnails, when I want to just edit anything. That's what I like to use. So then we're going to go into PicMonkey, and then for this we're going to click on design and open that up to design our channel banner. Then we are going to click on crop, and we're going to enter in the dimensions that we are going to be needing for the channel banner. Just going to click on the correct dimensions, and the dimensions for this one are 1546 by 423. So you're going to want to have that for your channel banner so everything fits and everything is good. Then you're going to want to add in your fonts. That's the first thing you're going to want to do. You don't want to like cover it up with a background quite yet, so you're going to type in whatever you want it to say on your channel. I would definitely recommend having your name on your channel maybe first, and then maybe adding in like I post videos every week, videos every Friday, whatever you want, or what your channel is. So I put beauty and lifestyle, and then you can play around with the colors of your font, what you want your font to look like. I decided to make it green for now, and then later I'm going to turn it to white after I have my background on. So now we're going to go to the effects tab and go to draw, and we're going to make sure it's completely white, and then we are going to be covering up that template and everything, and this is what your channel banner, this is how it'll really come together. So we just want to cover that up so it's just completely white, and make sure to make that on the highest settings so that way you can really see it. And then I like to go on Google and just look up backgrounds. I usually like to look up Tumblr cute backgrounds. There's so many cute backgrounds on Tumblr, so you're going to want to find a background that you would like to use as a background of your channel. You could just use a color, but I feel like giving it a background really gives it a nice vibe, and it'll really attract people to your channel. So I look on there. I already had a like picture in mind. It's a picture I've used for my last couple thumbnails. I just wanted to like replicate it a little bit. So for this part, you're going to want to make sure to go into textures, and then you're going to add this as a texture, and it'll be your background. And then you can play around with the saturation. You can make it darker, you can make it lighter, you can really do anything you want with your background. You can really replicate it how you want to be, and make sure that you have the text how you want it in the beginning. When we're at the point where before we've drew on our background, make sure you have your text how you want it to be, because there's no going back once. Like you won't know like if it's gonna fit if you have it like off of there, if you know what I mean. And then I'll just play around with fonts and play around with just the style and what I want it to look like, and this is what my end result for my channel banner looked like. Then I save it, and then we go back to YouTube YouTube, and then you're ready to put it right into YouTube and for this finally become your channel banner. And I've had so many banners on YouTube, as you can see. And then when you're in YouTube, you can crop it so that way when you're like trying to like make it fit, it'll fit and stuff, and it looks so pretty. Look at that new banner. I love it. My old banner was just driving me crazy. So after you make your banner, you're gonna want to get ready for your first video. Now this is optional, but you don't have to have this, but I think it just puts a great touch to the end of your video. So this is an end card. End cards are really great. It's a thing that plays at your end of video with music or whatever you want on it, and it kind of like shows your last couple of videos. And then you can also put in like your subscribe button and stuff like that with your face on it. It's great. So I'm going to show you how to make this as well, and I love this. I have it on every single one of my videos. Okay, so now we're going back to PicMonkey. We're going into design, and then we're going to go into the first tab, and we're going to be just cropping it first, and we are going to just be putting it at 1280 and 720 for the dimensions for this, because you want it to obviously fit into your videos, and that is the standard video format, I guess, and it's also the format for thumbnails. And then you are just going to add in another texture. I'm using the same one that I used for my channel banner. It's actually my favorite picture. I forget what it's called, but it's my favorite, like, I guess, background, and I use it for all my videos. I'm just going to saturate it and stuff like that, like I did before, and I'm just going to make sure I have it how I want it. And then I'm going to be going into Google, and then I'm going to be getting just pictures for everything that I want to be on my videos. So I'm going to get the Twitter PNG, I'm going to be getting the Instagram PNG, I'm going to get the Facebook PNG, and the Snapchat PNG. Do people actually still use Snapchat? Let me know. And then I'm also going to be adding in my text as well at the same time, and I just used a bunch of different text and everything. I believe all the texts that I use for this part are rando on PicMonkey. It's actually one of my favorite fonts, and I do like my fonts for my thumbnails, and then for just this stuff to be a little bit different, because I like that font I use for my thumbnails better for my thumbnails and not for this. Then I just save it, and then I go into iMovie and put it in there. I usually like mine to be about 15 seconds. I think that is a perfect amount of time, and if you're using a song that is generally copyrighted, you're allowed to use 15 seconds of it. So if you wanted to use that kind of song, you can make your end card be 15 seconds long. I usually put it to like 15.8, 15.9, and then I just take my previous end card, because I love the music of that, and I have no idea what music I use, because I used that music for my end card a long time ago, and I don't have it on my MacBook anymore, unfortunately. So I just take that, and then I move the audio to the bottom of my end card, so I can use the same audio, and then I just crop it. I hope I explained how to make this end card, so I just crop it a tiny bit, and then I go ahead and explaining how to make the end card. But I think it's pretty self-explanatory. If you want to watch any other videos, I will link any other videos down below of how to do it. Also, another thing that I think adds a great touch to your video before you get to editing, I have to mention this, is having like just your links, like where they can follow you on socials, is having that like pop up on the screen. So you can also make this in PicMonkey. It's actually very easy. All this is generally easy, and yeah, having their socials on the screen will let people know where they can follow you at and just where they can keep up with you. Okay, so now on to how I do my text on the screen. So once again, we're gonna go back into design, and we're going to open that up, and I'm just going to leave it cropped how it is because it's fine like that. And if you do have PicMonkey like a membership, you can click on transparent and stuff like that, but I do not, so I just screenshot everything and then later I make it transparent myself. And now we are going to go on to putting all these social like things onto the screen. So I'm just going to say follow me and put that at the top, and then I'm going to add in my icons, so adding Twitter and then my username, and then adding Instagram and my username, and then, you know, adding Facebook and my username. This is very self-explanatory as to what I'm doing. And now on to editing. So we go into iMovie and we start editing, and I don't know, it depends which video I do. It depends how I edit my videos. Okay, so when we go into editing, this is definitely done in different parts. Now editing for me, if you're curious, takes anywhere from like an hour to 4 hours depending the video. Some videos take longer to edit than others. It really just depends. If it's a quick sit down video, it might only take an hour, but if it's a long sit down video, it might take 4 hours. And if I have to do a tutorial, stuff like that, it might take longer. It depends what it is. So the first thing I do when I go in there is I of course start like upping up the volume, which I always do. And then I also make sure that the music will like play in the background. And then I always take screenshots. And then after I get the screenshots, I will start cutting the vlog. So I just cut as I go. So I'll watch a few clips, cut out the blank space, and just cut out anything I don't want in there. And this is a very long process because I'm watching basically the whole video. Then I go into Google, and then I'm going to add in any pictures I want. I just feel like this gives a nice touch to the vlog, adding in this stuff, and it just makes it, you know, kind of like just really stand out. Okay, so next I'm just going to add in some audio. I like to use a few different songs, so I like to use Good Starts, Cha Cha, and with Riley. I don't know, I use like a bunch of different songs and everything, and I usually get my music from YouTube. I use like non-copyright music, of course, so I put that in until we get to the end of the video. Then I put in my end card, and then I put in the follow me thing, like the text that we put on the screen that we made earlier in this video. I usually put that on for anywhere from 10 seconds to 15 seconds if you're curious, so we do that. Okay, so now we go into PicMonkey, and this time we're going into collage instead. Then we're gonna add our images in, and we're gonna just select the ones we want and play around with them. Then I'm gonna, of course, make sure there's no like background likeness. I don't like that. And for your thumbnail, you're gonna want to make sure it's at the dimensions of 1280 by 720 because that's the standard form that YouTube wants. And then you're gonna play around with your pictures. I take out those other two collages, and then I'm just gonna add in the pictures until I like how they look. Then once I get the one I like to zoom it in until I like how it looks because I don't like too much background in my pictures. Then I go to enter into editor, and the first thing I do is I go into the effects page and I go to soften. So you're going to want to make sure that the softness is on 100 and fade is at 0, and then it's going to be all blurry, and you're just going to take your paintbrush and you're going to take all the parts that you want to show up and stuff. So I'm just doing that, and I'm taking it and doing that, and then I will get it to how I want it. Now I'm just gonna take away any like lines I have on my face with the wrinkle remover. The way I smile, I always have lines and it looks like I have wrinkles, and it's awful. Then I'm just gonna airbrush my MacBook case because it has some scratches on it, and also it just looks very dirty. So I want to like make that look fake for the thumbnail because we want the thumbnail to look as best as possible. Then I'm putting the exposure up. I think I'm putting it up to like 11, a few highlights, and then I'm putting on the contrast on like 3 or something. And then I'm going to saturate it a bit. I think saturation I did like 8, and then I think I also faded it a little bit. And then I also put like this nice like shadow on it, so it's like red, so it can fit in with the YouTube like logo and stuff. I really liked how that looked, so I did that. Then I just save it, and then we're good to go. Okay, so also something that I think adds a great touch to your video is adding in any transition. So the one I like to use is wipe left, but you can use circle close, doorway, you could use swap, which I think also looks cool here. I'm just going to show you a few examples. So if I were to put this in, let's say right about here, this is what this one would look like. Which I think that's a cool transition. You could use that in the beginning of your video if you wanted. But the one I like to use that I think looks the best is wipe left. So when I'm switching in between me talking and me going to screen recording, this is the transition I'm putting in. So I thought I'd add that in. Yeah, that is how I edit my main channel videos. I know I said that every video is different. Like from a tutorial to just a sit down video, they are a little bit different because tutorials you can put more music in them, do voiceovers. But for the most part, they're pretty similar. My editing style is pretty much the same for those videos. Like I said, I will be doing one on my vlog channel very soon. So I hope you enjoyed how I edit my YouTube videos. I thought this was very interesting and I hope you enjoyed it. Also, comment down below any videos you'd like to see next. Would you like to see more YouTube related videos? Would you? Maybe? And yeah, thank you so much for watching, and please subscribe if you haven't already, because I post videos Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, and we might be doing weekday uploads very soon, so be sure to subscribe for that, and sometimes bonus days we upload. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. Please be sure to hit the notification bell down below to be notified. Be sure to do that, please. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. Hope you have a great day, night, whenever you're watching this, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!